What's going on, team? It's your coach and mentor, CryptoCliff, here with two of the BBA coaches, Coach Jasmine and Coach G Trade. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm
Doing
doing well.
great.
It's a beautiful Sunday. I mean, a beautiful Saturday. Um, Today is actually pretty nice. You know, it's been raining a lot here in Metro Atlanta, so I'm actually happy to be able to see the sun for once. How's everything y'all went?
Nice and sunny out here. It's a nice day out here. I'm down in South Georgia, so it's nice.
Okay.
hmm It's nice over here in Fort Worth. It's sunny, hot, but it's nice.
Hey, that's
It's
what's
hot
up.
though.
You
Yeah.
know, the summertime is usually when people start slowing things down a bit. Everybody wants to go on vacations. People want to start going to parties and hitting pools and doing a whole bunch of other things. But me personally, I think I want to do something a little different this summer. I am going to go on a few vacations. I'll be in Puerto Rico next week. I'll be in Fiji in the next month in July, and I also going to Europe next month. But most of my trips are going to be for business and pleasure, and a little bit of pleasure. But what's the importance of actually harnessing in and zoning in on your goals this summer versus all the rest of the summers that we had previous? Well, how is it so much more important for you to do that now, especially with the economy going the way it's going?
Well, I know for me personally, just wanting to break the cycle of what summer is supposed to look like. Like I know what I want my summers to look like, and I want my wealth to be in a healthier stance than the years before. So this is to me a summer of sacrifice. So that way summers can look, bigger than my current vision right now. And especially the way how the economy is going, people, we run into these same cycles of wanting to spend all this money, and then when holidays come around, everybody complain about how we broke, we spent our last. How can we break the cycle of repeating the same exact things, taking sacrifices, making sacrifices? So this summer for me is really making sacrifices now, to where not only to have money for Christmas and for the holidays, but to have wealth, moving in a positive direction because of the sacrifice of this summer.
No, absolutely, absolutely. What's your thoughts on that, brother George? All right, absolutely. So I completely 100% agree. A lot of times people look at the entire summer the same way they look at Saturdays. If you notice trading activity, everything kind of goes down on Saturdays, right? Monday through Friday, we hitting it. Even in the BBA, Monday through Friday, we're hitting it full speed ahead. But something happens that Friday afternoon going into Monday morning. People like to slow down and stop speed on everything, right? So I look at the summertime the same way. It's something that occurs in most people's brains when May 30th actually hits. Anytime between May 30th and August 15th, people slow down and they think they have all the time in the world. But the way the economy is set up right now, that is the furthest thing from the truth, right? Instead of this, I want everybody to try this. Instead of you taking your summer out to spend money, to go party, and to do all the foolishness, let's make this a wealth building summer. Let's make this summer you say, you know what, for the next 2 months, 2.5 months, I'm going to go full throttle. Forget the parties. I go to a party here and there. Forget the beach. I go to a beach here and there every other night, every other weekend, or once a month. Forget all the other BS and let's just focus on building wealth, right? For instance, we had a huge event that just happened last weekend, the Empowering Women event. Imagine how many people, how many comments I've been getting about how people have really dove into the information that we taught on the last past week. What's your thoughts on that?
The ladies, I mean, I've been getting some great feedback as well, especially from the women that I've invited. For one, it was an eye opener for them. Two, I've had women in my circle who were investing into other things, and they like, man, I could have been investing in here this entire time. So just knowing that it opened up a lot of women's eyes, and then knowing that some women actually took action on their financial future, to me, that just speaks for itself on how amazing the event was.
Absolutely. I had a ton of people hit me up
Yeah,
saying,
as a
"Good."
as a spectator, me and my wife that were there, we really enjoyed the conference. But I will have to say that Jasmine killed it.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Jasmine
Thank you.
absolutely. Everybody killed it, but Jasmine, you. I was like, wow, and my wife was like, wow. So it was amazing. And if if you didn't see it, you really missed out on an amazing event. Great information, entertaining, and just full of a lot of content and full of a lot of information that you really need in order to build wealth and learn how to bridge this financial gap that we have between where we are and where we need to be.
Absolutely, man. Listen, I text Kenzie before Jasmine jumped on. I said, watch this. I said, just watch this. I said, I already know this right here is going to spark the presidents for all the rest of the BBA coaches right here. Watch this.
Oh yeah,
He was like, bro, you wasn't lying. I said,
yeah.
I already knew Jasmine was gonna kill it. Absolutely. And she gonna continue killing it. Cause this
My
is what we
jaw
do.
was on the floor. I was like, whoa, okay, okay,
My husband
okay.
was like, why did Cliff set you up like that? Cliff should have just made you go last. Why did Cliff why did my husband was like, I knew anybody who went after you did not want to speak after you. Why did Cliff do that? I said, I don't know. He said, I bet Cliff won't do that no more.
I went first on that day, right? I already knew. I knew it was gonna happen. I said,
Yeah,
okay, a hurricane is coming. I'm good. I'm
yeah,
going first. So yeah, I kind of set Kenzie up on that one a little bit.
yeah. Ken was like, oh man, I could tell, I could hear it in his voice.
Absolutely, but hey, that's what happens, man.
Yeah,
We have powerful coaches. Every single BBA coach has their own unique talent. Y'all have your own unique goals. Y'all really bring a lot to the table when it comes down to being coaches, right? How is it? I just want to know, and this is a little bit off subject, but what's the feeling you get when you can empower someone, right? What does that bring to your life? Being able to empower people with your words, with your focus, with your goals, with your teachings.
I'm really big on. First of all, I love it. It brings joy to my heart because you just don't never know what mental phase people are in. So usually when people reach back out to me and they say I needed that, to me, I just love that because for me it's really just operating in obedience, just utilizing my gifts and talents, and we'll mentally like psych ourselves out and be like, man, it's okay if I don't speak today. But honestly, from leaving the women empowerment event and just hearing the feedback that I got, I immediately, Cliff, like booked myself another event, just went out on a limb and reached out to somebody. And I literally got booked today. I just came from another woman's event today, just of the energy that I miss pouring into people. So it definitely does something for me. And just wanting to just plant seeds. Like, how many other people can I pour today? How many else people needed that word today? And I got more feedback today. So the women's event really got me started.
Oh,
Your
absolutely.
women's event got me started to want to keep going even harder.
Hey man, listen. One of the most blessing feelings is to be a blessing to other people. The reason I do what I do now, the reason why I created the BBA, why I created the Diamond Group, why I started coaching in the first place is because I wanted to uplift people. A lot of people say, "Well, this is about the money. It's about the money." The money is a side effect to everything we do, right?
right,
This right here is really honestly about empowering people. When you get someone, but one of my mentors has a saying, right? He said the biggest blessing is to be a testament to somebody's journey, right? To be a part of somebody's testimony, right? To be able to touch people in places that no one else can do when society beats us down on a day-to-day basis. So sometimes all it takes is for you to be a voice of positivity for you to change and alter somebody's life. Imagine
right,
how many people would not be in the position they are right now if it wasn't for somebody just saying, you know what, you got this.
Mm-hmm.
right,
You got this. Some simple words. You got three simple words. You got this.
Yes.
Don't
right,
worry about it. Be blessed. Right?
right, right. And
I was talking to
one thing about that people don't seem to understand as coaches is that we don't make our money with classes. We make our money by investing, by trading, by doing what we do. That's how we make our money. It's not by teaching. True enough, is there a cost? Of course, there's a cost associated with it. You have to be serious if you're a student, and you invest in yourself for your future. But some people, there was this epidemic of people that were making webinars back during COVID and making money off of other people's knowledge. And so everybody thinks now there's this misconception that, okay, well, you're a coach, so you're just making money from students. That's not what we're about. We're about helping, we're about teaching, we're about instructing, but we make our money on our own strength, on our own merits, and on our own skills in the crypto space and in whatever other spaces that we're involved in with investing. The only reason that we're charging is because we need the students to be serious about investing in themselves. And
Absolutely.
these and the prices are not high. The prices are severely undervalued for the amount of knowledge that we're providing. And
Absolutely.
to go back to what you said about how does it make me feel? How does it make you feel? I have a great sense of satisfaction and empowerment for myself when I see that the things that I have taught have actually had a positive impact on someone else. It gives me a little bit more confidence too in knowing that I'm moving in my purpose like I'm supposed to be, because I spent so much time in my life not really knowing where I was supposed to go or how I was supposed to move forward in life. And so by becoming a coach and by teaching others and by providing direction to people in this new space that a lot of people don't know about, it helps to give me confirmation that I'm doing the right thing and that I'm helping others do the right thing at the same time.
That's right.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just to bounce off of your point, man, a lot of people say that, bro. If your number one goal is to help people, why don't you do it for free? A lot of people don't know. I taught this stuff for free for 3 years.
Right?
But you post stuff still for free online.
Exactly.
I had a whole black married man group when I was married where I taught for
Right?
almost 3 years for absolutely
I
nothing.
was in it. I was in it. Yep.
Yeah, it took my ex-wife to come to me and say, "Listen, these fools calling you at 2 o'clock in the morning asking you questions about stuff. Nah, you need to get paid for that."
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, and then the dynamic changed because even though I was giving away a bunch of free information, nobody was taking it seriously. Only a handful of people were
Exactly.
taking it seriously. And I noticed the handful of people who were actually taking it seriously, they would come back and still say, "Here you go, bam, they go $1,000. I just made $10,000 of information you gave me. They go $1,000. I
Wow.
appreciate you." Right? Because remember, when I
Hmm.
first started coaching, I was doing this basically like Hitch. I was like word of mouth. Right? It's like you had to go through somebody in order for you to get in contact with me for me to teach you.
Yep.
And I was charging. Most of the time, it was not people who look like us. It was from everyone else, right? Which is the reason why I created that free group because I wanted to empower people who look like us as well as empower everyone else, right?
Hmm.
But the thing is, a lot of us don't really value information. The key to wealth building is not you going out here and just doing, doing, doing. The key to building wealth is actually knowledge, having the knowledge of doing something. And most of us
Right.
don't really associate ourselves with wanting to know knowledge, more knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more you can actually take that knowledge and actually manifest it into something that's going to produce wealth for you. That's the key. If I didn't know how to
Applied
trade futures,
knowledge. Absolutely.
yeah,
Apply it too.
apply it. If I didn't know how to trade futures, I would not be able to teach others how to trade futures.
Right.
If I didn't know anything about cryptocurrency, I would not have been able to touch the lives of thousands of people teaching them how to trade cryptocurrency or how to buy cryptocurrency. Right? The same thing with stocks, same thing with real estate, which is the next level we're going into the BBA. But it's all about the knowledge. So you have to first invest into the space. You have to invest into the knowledge, right? And then
Hmm.
apply that knowledge. Because
Right.
there's no bigger waste than being able to know. I know we all know somebody who knows everything, but has absolutely nothing.
Yes.
I'm
Yep.
gonna say that again for the people in the back. We all know someone who knows everything, and has absolutely nothing. The crazy thing about it is the brokest people we know everything.
They know everything.
The wealthiest people don't know enough, and they are smart enough to tell you, I don't know about that, but I want to learn about that.
Take action. Action
Take action.
takers.
Absolutely.
That is so true.
Yep.
We all know that person. Know everything. You can call that person right now, ask them any type of question about anything. They can completely just give you the pure definition of it.
Hmm.
Yet they don't apply it. And I put that on me as well too because I'm big when it comes down to money, building wealth. I'm the money man all day long. My issue, and I'm not afraid to tell anybody my issue. My issue is diet stuff. I am a sweets fanatic, right? And I know everything there is to know about what way I should eat, what I should do, going into. I was brought up an athlete. I know what exercises do. I just don't take my butt to the gym as I need to. Right? And I don't eat as well as I should be eating. So I put that on me as well too. We all have that person. So when it comes down to food, I'm that person. Right? And I'm not ashamed to say it. But we all know that person. So why are we not applying the information? It's crazy how people hit me up and say, listen, I just seen you post something free online. And I applied the knowledge you posted for free. And I made $100,000.
There's people who call me who now follow you and will literally say, oh, I saw what he said about this, about that, and I applied it. So there are seeds that you pointing to people who don't that you don't even know yet, but they're watching you. They're watching you and they're applying information. So whoever said why you don't do stuff for free, you are. And there's people who are literally utilizing your information who you haven't even met yet, and they've made profits off of your knowledge.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Tell them to come on to the BBA and stop hiding.
They're looking, and they was helping me trying to get more women for the women's event. So they coming.
Hey, tell them let's get it. This is the wealth building summer. I want everybody to apply it. We've been having some powerful meetings. We've been having some powerful conferences. The next conference that's getting ready to come up at the end of June is the 3-day crypto futures dive-in for 3 days straight, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The same thing as we did with the women's empowerment group. We are diving into trading crypto futures. Now, your bro will be the big 4-0 next week. All right. All right. I'm the big 4-0 next week. So with that being said, every year for my birthday, I always slice my 12-week one-on-one lifetime mentorship course in half. All right. So for the next 9 people, because I usually do 13 because my birthday's on the 13th. All right. The next 9 people, because I already have 4 people that signed up, they can get that price for half off. But also, we're going to do something even better. We're going to be teaching crypto futures at the end of this month. For the next 20 people who sign up before the 13th, you can get the 3-day crypto futures for now. This is going to be a 3-day powerful crypto futures going from beginner to winner course. 3-day live talk course. You can get it for $299.97.
Wow.
Nice.
After the 13th, though, it's going back up to $599.97.
Yeah. Wow, that's good.
If people know if people know anything, they should be jumping on that.
They don't.
Absolutely.
They don't even know.
That's crazy. But you can go buy some Jordans, right? But you don't want to invest in yourself. Come on.
But that's people, and I won't even say that's people. That's certain types of people with certain types of mentality.
It's the environment too. Some people really just don't know what to do with their money.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, some people have so much money they really don't know what to do with it. All right, I have a couple right now who just signed up for a one-on-one, and it was like, listen, I'm sitting on $400,000, and I don't know what to do with it. Like, okay, let me show you what to do with it. Did a whole entire portfolio breakdown with them. I'm like, you could turn that $400,000 into $10 million easily, especially before 2028. If you get into certain crypto projects before 2028, not just cryptocurrency, but also certain stocks. A lot of people don't know the biggest industry that's getting ready to pop off in the stock market right now is fossil fuels. Now, I know a lot of people will say, well, why in the hell would I get into fossil fuels? Fossil fuels is going to be the key component that's going to elevate and fuel and energize the AI tech world. My brother George, you work in the fossil fuel industry.
Yes, sir.
Can you attest to that?
Yes, things are ramping up, and they're actually using AI in the fossil fuel industry to generate more fossil fuel. So yes, it's all tied together.
And nobody's talking about it. That's the crazy part. Nobody's talking about it.
Right. See it every day. Every day.
Nobody's talking about it. I just gave y'all a gem with that one. Fossil fuel.
I'm like, I hope they got it.
Right. I was like, how much is he gonna say right now? Because he's about to give it all away.
Hey, I got 3 companies off the top of my head right now: Exxon, Chevron, Duke Energy.
All right. That's enough.
I I just gave y'all the big three. The big three
Exactly.
that's completely taking over the AI industry by way of the battery. That's going to be the fuel that's going to fuel AI technology.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people don't understand this, and I can go into this just a little bit before we jump off. A lot of people don't understand what's happening right now.
Right.
Right? When it came down to DeepSeek, which is China's AI tech product that was supposed to rival ChatGPT, it didn't just rival ChatGPT, it completely dismantled the AI tech world.
Yep.
Because they had spent over $151 billion. The top tech companies spent over $151 billion over the last 20 years to try to become and build the biggest AI technology on the planet. China did it for $6 million and did it better than 6 months. So now,
had everybody scratching their heads. Why are we spending so much money?
Why are we spending so much money in China did it in 6 months?
Exactly.
So the reason the stock market is so volatile right now is because of the uncertainty of the markets.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's why the market is so volatile right now. So now there's a rat race to try to see who's going to produce the biggest AI tech on the planet, and I still think NVIDIA has it down pat, to be honest. But here's the thing: if you are a gold miner, and the gold rush is happening right now, right? Is it better for you to jump in a rat race with everybody that's going inside the gold mine, or should you stand outside and start selling the shovels that you're going to be able to pick gold with?
Right.
Who's going to be the most profitable? You have a chance to potentially find gold inside of that gold mine.
Exactly.
But you know good and T well, every single person that's walking past that gold mine is going to buy your damn shovel.
Need a shovel, right?
Which one is the better business? Which one is the better business idea?
Yeah, the more solid plan than them shovels. I mean, the gold is shiny and nice, but I'll sell shovels all day.
But see, but you think about it, it's the average mentality of most people. They want to go and get that gold. They don't go dig for the next 10, 15 years trying to find one gold nugget when you could have been selling shovels the whole time making consistent profit.
Right. Exactly.
Make sense?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The shovels ain't sexy, right? The gold is sexy.
Yeah.
Everybody they want that part, the pretty part.
They want the pretty part.
Right.
It's the same thing with crypto futures. I tell people all the time when it comes down to trading crypto futures. Everybody sees the 1,000% gainer, the 2,000% gainer, the 1,500% gainer. But nobody posts the 10, 15, 20% gainers that we make consistently every single day. Right. Would you rather make that consistent 15, 20% gains?
He talking about me, y'all.
I ain't call you out, but it is. But would you rather make that 15, 20% gains consistently every single day? Or would you rather hit that one big home run every now and then?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about putting yourself in position to sell the shovels, not be the person that's going in digging for the gold.
Right. Right.
Because you may come out of that gold mine with absolutely nothing but coal.
Mm-hmm.
But you know them shovels won't sell regardless.
Right. Absolutely.
Y'all got me on here preaching today, but
okay. I'm like, man, I'm about to go get in the market. I just got on.
Hey, real talk. That 1 million Bob is running right now.
Yeah, you've been playing with that one all week.
Yeah, I got a couple 600% gainers out of it. Right now, I'm up 432% last time I checked.
You see what I'm talking about? Like you just naturally up there, and then you be wanting us to just post your consistent 15. No, I want 600.
But here's the thing: 90% of my plays are 10, 15, 20% gainers. It's all about high liquidity versus low risk versus high risk, high reward trading. Right. If you have a low liquidity trading style, high liquidity trading style, you can make 10%. Think about it. You're making 10% on $5,000, $500 a day. Right? Yep. But how quick can you make that same $500 with only $100 in the market?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. You have to go high risk, high reward versus high liquidity, low margin. And most people make money and retire when they go high leverage. High liquidity, low risk trading. That's how I'm helping retire people.
Consistent gains. Consistent
gains.
Exactly.
You write your own
disciplined.
Paycheck. Mm-hmm. You write your own paycheck.
Right.
All right. right, team. I just want to jump on here real quick. We already did 25 minutes. All right. But do you have anything you want to tell the people today?
Just plug in. You don't want to be the person on the sideline saying, man, I wish I would have, I wish I would have, I wish I would have. So again, as we're getting ready to go into this summer, you can ask yourself, are you going to spend this summer or are you going to invest this summer? And what you do this summer is going to determine what your future summers will look like. So you get the choice. That's the best part. But we're encouraging you guys to just make that sacrifice and do what's best for your future and your legacy.
Absolutely. And all thing I can contribute to that is be encouraged that it's not too late. You may feel like you're behind. It's not too late, but it's getting late. So take the opportunity now to jump in the game. Take the opportunity now to make those profits, to learn the knowledge that you can apply, that you can use to take action. Because we're in the middle of it right now, and pretty soon it will be too late. But it's not too late yet. So jump in there, learn it, and let's get it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, I end everything off with this. It's not too late, but you damn near gotta climb and go and run after that boat. Right? I've been telling y'all since 20. I've been in the market since 2011. I've been telling people to buy crypto since 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All I want to say is, imagine if you would have bought Bitcoin in 2014 for $500 a coin.
Come on, man. Let's not do
You ain't
this.
gotta keep reminding me.
And I hate to sound like a wise guy, because like one of my mentors said, you know what, you sound like a wise guy all the time. I got an Italian mentor. You sound like a wise guy all the time, man. Nobody want to hear what you coulda, shoulda, woulda done. I'm like, no, I think you need to tell people what they coulda, shoulda, woulda done, because they know what they need to do in the future, right?
Right.
Don't. And I say that. Imagine buying in 2014 at $500 Bitcoin. Now, imagine buying in 2025 at $100,000 Bitcoin, and you start buying now, and in 2028 Bitcoin is 1.7 million. Don't be the person that said, I was there in 2025 when Bitcoin was $100,000. Now I'm in 2028 and Bitcoin is 1.7 million. I want to buy now.
Right.
Don't be that.
Right.
I'm over here like, who want that? Who want to buy into that at that rate? But
right.
Yeah. Don't be the person who sees XRP at $2.12.
Thank you.
Now.
I was about to say that.
Yep. And then when XRP is $125 in 2028, saying I should have bought XRP at $2.
Exactly.
We ought to get tired of having that shoulda, coulda, woulda story.
Yep.
Facts.
We ought to get tired of having that old high school, I was the man in high school type story. We ain't in high school no more. Right?
Right. I was the man in high school though.
I feel you. But get this. But that story is gone.
Oh yeah.
The past is a book that you're supposed to read,
right.
not live in.
Right.
But I have so many people that write me on a consistent basis saying I shoulda, coulda, woulda. If you coulda, you shoulda, but you didn't. Now is the time for you to get in. Now is the time for you to say, you know what? I'm tired of being the same speed, the same person. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. And I heard this just come to me. There's no such thing as a gray area. There's no such thing as a middle. There's no such thing as staying still. Staying stagnant. Either you're elevating or you're declining.
Right.
There's no in between. I mean, that's written in the Bible. Ain't no lukewarm. You either hot or you cold.
There's no lukewarm. Either you hot or you cold. Either you're elevating or you're declining.
Right.
And you can be at the same job for 40 years and still be steady declining. You can be in the same career for 40 years and still decline. Man, either you're elevating above your towards your potential, or you decline towards your demise. There's no in between.
Exactly. And by choosing to not make a decision, you're still making a decision.
Yep.
Some people exactly same thing.
Yep. You're declining.
Yep.
That was good.
So stop declining. Let's elevate together. Forget F hot girl summer, F hot boy summer. This is all about wealth building, money making, elevation summer. Point blank period. Let's get it, team. At June 13th, last day, 9 slots available for the one-on-one 12-week course at half off. Payment plans are available. This will be the last time I offer this course because CryptoCliff getting ready to go to my elevation point. All right. Also, the futures course, the 3-day futures extravaganza from beginner to winner. Futures course. That course You have until June 13th to sign up for $299.97. After that, that course is going back to $599.97. Also, next month for BBA members, we have a kids event. The kids event is absolutely free. You have to be a paid BBA member in order for your child to be able to join that event. All right?
Right.
Last but not least, last announcement before we jump off. The men's conference. The men's conference is coming in September. It will be a live conference in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
And we're not only going to be learning about trading, we're also going to be diving into one of my favorite sports, fishing. It's a man's fishing / trading conference. Let's get it. All right. The deposits will start coming in. I will start accepting deposits sometime next month. All right. All right, team. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. I appreciate y'all jumping on. Let's get it.
I appreciate you.
See y'all.
All right.
No problem. Peace.